The Soul Society is supposed to be heaven, not like metaphorically, literally. You die, you cross over, and the Soul Society is where you end up. And low-key, in my opinion, Joseph Stalin was running a better operation. Now, before anyone comes to my comments, I'm not saying Stalin was good. The man was responsible for millions of deaths, and history has judged him accordingly. What I'm saying is that the Soul Society, a divine institution with 2,000 years of preparation, failed its people so badly that the comparison even makes sense, and that is entirely Yamamoto's fault. Yamamoto is treated like the goat of the Soul Society, 2,000 years as Captain Commander, undefeated for most of that run, and on paper, yeah, impressive CV, but today we're looking past the CV, because any manager can look good when nobody's checking the books. We're checking the books. 2,000 years of leadership in the afterlife has a slum district. If you already think the Soul Society's on fraud watch, you're going to enjoy this one. Let's get into it, and if you're new here, subscribe, because this is the kind of content we do. First things first, you cannot have these demons like Aizen, Mayuri, and Kenpachi just walking about. Let's start with Mayuri. This man was in the Maggot's Nest, which sounds bad enough already, but here's the detail that gets me. The Maggot's Nest isn't even a normal prison, it's a preventative detention facility. They lock up Shinigami who haven't even committed a crime yet, just because they're considered dangerous, and Mayuri was the only one in there behind actual iron bars, chained. The Soul Society looked at this man, looked at the actual societal hazards wandering around freely in the same facility and said, yeah, he can't be near them, he was a hazard to the other hazards. They had to quarantine him from the people they quarantined, and Yamamoto's solution? Release him, give him Squad 12, hand him an entire division of people to do whatever he wants with. We later find out Mayuri was blowing up members of his own squad just to draw out Uryu during the Soul Society arc, his own men, gone, and nobody blinked. Then there's Kenpachi, who actively wants to fight people to the death. For fun, this man is a walking HR nightmare, and he's got a captain's badge. Who wants to beef Kenpachi? And Yamamoto hired him anyway. And then Aizen operated directly under Yamamoto's nose in the same building, attending the same meetings for centuries bro. Stalin ran purges, horrific ones. But he at least noticed when someone in the building was plotting against him. Yamamoto sat across from Aizen at the captain's table and didn't clock it once. Now this one doesn't get talked about enough, and it genuinely might be the most damning thing in all of Bleach. The Soul Society is heaven, that's the pitch. But if you landed in the outer districts, the Rukongai, you were on your own. The further from the center you lived, the more abandoned you were. By the time you get to the outer districts, we're talking about lawless wastelands. No food security, no protection. The Gote 13 only showed up to those areas when they needed to conscript a powerful fighter. You ended up worse off than you were alive. What was the point of being good your whole life, bro? You're out here eating your greens, going to work, being kind to people, and you end up in a district where Kenpachi grew up killing people for sport. That's the reward. Yamamoto presided over this for 2,000 years and never addressed it once. At least Stalin's USSR didn't market itself as paradise while failing its outer regions. The branding is what makes it worse. This is heaven, according to Yamamoto. Now here's the thing about Yamamoto that people miss when they say he was just old and washed. Zanka no Tachi, his Bankai, is arguably the most destructive ability in the entire series. The man was still a nuclear warhead. Physically, he had everything he needed to win, which makes what happened even worse. Yuha sent a body double, a decoy, and Yamamoto, 2,000 years old, the most experienced military commander in Soul Society history, fell for it. He unleashed his full power on a fake, exhausted his trump card, and then the real Yuha showed up. 2,000 years of wisdom, and this man got finessed like he was in his first week on the job. My guy went full send on a decoy, bro. A decoy. This nigga's a bum. And after all of that, Ichigo had to come and sort it out. Again, a teenager with what is essentially a part-time job in the spiritual world. He is not on payroll. He does not get benefits. And he has saved the Soul Society more times than any captain on Yamamoto's actual roster. Washed bum. Yamamoto has had his moments, but at what point do you think? Maybe my society, the afterlife for people, is worse than actual Earth itself. He needed to sort it out, and now he's in a pack. But yeah, these are my reasons as to why Yamamoto is low-key a worse leader than Stalin. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Love you guys for real.